When it comes to special events like the Christmas event, the Easter event, and the Halloween event inside of Roblox Tower Heroes, there are mainly two different things that people try and get. First things first, they want to get the skins, and then the second thing is that they want to get the special followers. As I mentioned before, Christmas is no exception to this because there are over 70 followers that you can get inside of Tower Heroes that are around or themed with the Christmas spirit in mind. There are so many that you can choose from, so many that you can match with your avatar, and sometimes it may be a little hard to figure out which one you should get. I'm making you a tier list to help you decide which of the Christmas followers is going to suit you the best and which I think really just look best for any avatar inside of the game. Now before I even get into this, I should probably let you know that the coolest thing that you can do, even just throwing this tier list out the door before I even started, is to match a follower to your specific avatar. If you want to look like a Christmas tree inside of the game, I'd recommend getting this little Yule like tree stump thingy. And this one isn't even on my list for today, and I still think it's a really cool follower. I'm using it right now. Take everything I say with a pinch of salt as usual, and let's go ahead and get some rankings. Number 10, the Milk Manager. This is a really cute and festive follower in my opinion. I believe it's a cat because it says milk on it. Cat's milk, that kind of goes together, and it's just walking around in this little Christmas sweater with some ornaments as earrings or whatever, and it just goes around the map chanting milk, 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 milk. At first I thought that this follower really wasn't that festive, but then we started having some updates come with like this. It's a cute little follower, and if you like cats, this is a great one to go with. It's also a pretty small follower if you're into that. My second recommendation for you has to be the Wrapped Boss. Now, this one is a huge present that follows you around. As you can see right here, it comes in 3 different sizes, so if you don't like big followers, you can go with a smaller one. And my other favorite thing about this is the fact that you can actually change the wrapping on each individual box, and there's so many of them. There's currently 9 different wrapping papers that you can use on here. My personal favorite is this bite one right here. So not only is it a very festive follower for you to have, but you can also change the design of it very, very easily. So that's super cool. At number 8, we have the gingerbread. Yeah, that's right. It's just simply a piece of gingerbread that I think it's supposed to be like a gingerbread goblin or something. This has always been a very festive follower in my eyes, and I actually didn't get it until last Christmas, I think, but it's always been super cool. It's very tiny. A lot of these ones up at the later tier list up here are a lot smaller, but they're super cool nonetheless. Also, to those who are going to say you should do Overcooked instead of the gingerbread, this is a tier list that's purely about followers that are actually still obtainable in the game, as Overcooked is no longer obtainable in the game. Coming in at number 7, we have the Furnace follower. The Furnace follower is brand new to the game, coming in with the Christmas event of 2024, and it's actually the first Christmas map and slash boss to be kind of a copy and paste boss. What do I mean by that? I mean it's basically the same boss, just 3 different levels. It literally has the same name for each one of them. Other than that, this is a pretty decent follower. It's a big one, so if you like big followers and you want it to technically come from the Christmas section because it doesn't look very festive at all, you could get this one for sure, but there are definitely some better ones on this list. Coming in number 6, we have the Nick follower. Nick is basically a little guy that rides around on this spinning wreath right here. He's causing it to roll along, and I've wanted this one for a while now, but I didn't actually fully just say, you know what, I'm gonna get it until this year, and I'm very glad that I did. It's a somewhat cheap follower too. I would highly recommend trying it out if you have some spare gingerbread this Christmas season. Now before we get into the top 5, I would like to let you guys know, if nobody has told you yet today, you are seen, you are known, and you are loved by both Jesus and by me. And if you enjoy Tower Heroes content, make sure you like this video and make sure to subscribe to Super Sword Central as well, so you won't miss anything related to the Christmas events or upcoming events inside of Tower Heroes. Now with that being said, the 5th follower on my list for today, coming in at number 5, has to be Sherbert. Sherbert is the hard mode boss on Bustling Bakery, and sadly I don't have 3000 gingerbread and I don't have this. This is an amazing description. I love this, by the way. I've seen a few people with it, so it's also kind of a rare follower, and from what I can tell at least, so I mean if you have this, you're going to be probably up there with some of the pros. Number 4, we have Neapolitan. This is one of those that's, like the description says, it's made of entirely ice cream, and because it lacks kind of a festive feel to it, I didn't like this follower for a long time, or this boss in general, general, but just this year I've really started to enjoy it. It's also very easy to defeat, especially if you have 3 people going with you on this map. So on top of it being super easy, it's a pretty stinking cool looking boss follower. I highly recommend you get it this Christmas season while there is still time. Yes, I'm talking to myself there too. Coming in at number 3, we actually have 2 different enemies that I found that were tied for this place. I couldn't make up my mind between these 2 because they're both super cool and they both happen to be from the same map. That's right, it's the Snow Monster and the Frost King. Now I have yet to actually defeat the Frost King right here. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get to do that very soon. But these followers are absolutely awesome looking. They look very powerful. They look very like they're going to come destroy somebody, which I guess that's their point. If I had to pick one over the other though, I'd probably put the Snow Monster a little bit higher than the Frost King because it is a snowman. This is the Christmas season after all. It's basically just a giant snow minion, isn't it? For number 2, I had to put the Frost Walker down here. This one is an insanely cool follower. He's also what can help you grind for the Christmas mimic. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this video right here about how to grind for the Christmas and the gift mimics inside of Tower Heroes during the Christmas season. But yeah, look at this. This is a very festive follower. Again, somewhat related to the snow minions and snowdrops. I think all these must come from the same family right here. Anyway, we're not going to go into the lore of that. We're just going to focus on this follower right here. And it looks very, very festive with that top hat with the holly on it, as well as the scarf and stuff. But now, of course, we have the number 1 seed, and that has to belong to Wafer. Who didn't see this coming? Yeah, Wafer is, in my opinion, the number 1 follower that you can get this Christmas season. I actually just got it the other day for 2,000 gingerbread, and look at how awesome it looks. It's literally the Christmas tower itself at its final form, so it's super, super cool. I hesitated getting this last year, and I finally decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and get it now. But we're only getting started here with this Christmas season. There's so much more to dive into. Make sure to click one of these videos right here on your screen to continue watching some Tower Heroes content from Super Shorts Central, and I will see you there.